This is Pioneer League. Watch on home team.
Good evening, ladies and gentlemen, and welcome to Glacier Bank Park for Pioneer League Baseball. My name is Scott Gladstone. So excited to have you along for the ride as today the Glacier Range Riders take on the Ogden Raptors in Game 3 of a 6-game series here at Glacier Bank Park. This is game number 45 of the season, home game number 27 for the Glacier Range Riders. They are 28-16 coming into this contest, while the Ogden Raptors are 26-18, just 2 games behind the Range Riders. After last night's clinching performance by the Billings Mustangs, the attention turns to the second half, as well as overall records, the deciders of the final 2 playoff spots. It is Billings and Long Beach heading to the playoffs, and these 2 squads certainly will factor in to the possible other 2 spots. Range Riders and the Raptors coming up after a 10-3 victory last night for Glacier. Jacob Steele, another phenomenal outing, including a grand slam, the second of his baseball career, to help fuel the Range Riders to a fairly convincing victory. That should do it before we take a quick break. Range Riders and the Raptors coming right up. We'll take a quick break and come back with the starting lineups from the Flathead Valley. Don't touch that dial.
Glacier Bank Park is just so beautiful. The absolutely stunning views, the facility that we have, we're just very fortunate.
This is a place where people can gather throughout the community. The location of the park itself is centrally located within the valley, and as such, it keeps everybody coming from all the different municipalities throughout the valley, and really it's just a hub for the community to meet.
My favorite thing about coming to the ball field is seeing old friends, seeing the beautiful complex, and the staff, how friendly they are. They greet us with friendliness, and the seats are awesome.
We also get to connect with folks as far away as Boston that are here on vacation that actually want to come to a ballpark because I talk them into it because that's how special it is.
So we come to socialize. We love our group and we just have a really good time. Of course, we like watching the game too. And we like to win.
Numbness and tingling in the hand can make you lose your grip. Hi, I'm Dr. Nate Fogel. I'm an orthopedic surgeon and hand specialist here at Logan Health. Repetitive actions can lead to a condition called carpal tunnel. Left untreated, these symptoms can interfere with your daily life. Our fellowship-trained hand surgeons offer patient-specific care to help you regain control. Here's to getting a grip on life.
Welcome back in. Let's go over the starting lineups first for your Glacier Range Riders. It is Alex Fernandez leading off, Kyle Ashworth batting second, J.D. McLaughlin bats third, Vradenberg, Garner, and Hornung make up a powerful middle 3 part of the lineup, while Steele, Beard, and Lutzo round out the starting 9. Aiden Elfring gets the start on this Thursday evening. On the other side, for the Ogden Raptors, it's Chase Valentine leading off once again. Carmine Lane bats second, Stancano third, Lawrence, Ferraro, and Greco bat in the middle 3 spots. Jordan, Wilkinson, and Pell round it out. Probably the guy most identified as the ace, Nico Saltaformaggio, gets the start on the bump for Ogden. We'll take one more quick break, and when we come back, it'll be first pitch from the Flathead Valley. We'll be right back.
This is Johns Manville, built on experience, guided by people who believe every detail matters. We manufacture commercial roofing systems with purpose, combining performance, protection, and long-term reliability. From the science behind our products to the trust earned on every job, we focus on what lasts and what comes next. Steady leadership, proven performance. Johns Manville Commercial Roofing Systems.
Welcome back in. We will now send it down to the field for our national anthem sang live in stadium. A wonderful national anthem sang live in stadium as we get ready to watch some Pioneer League baseball here. Once again, game 45 of the season, home game number 27 here at Glacier Bank Park. The Range Riders are almost at the total number of wins that they had all of last year at home. Last year they won 21 games in front of the Flathead faithful. This year they're already at 18 with a home record of 18-8, a much better mark playing in front of the best fans in the PBL. The Range Riders obviously are going to have a good chance to be able to win the most ever games at home. As we take a look at the defense for the Glacier Range Riders today, it's Lutzo that will fill in behind the plate for Donovan Ratfield after Ratfield's earned his day off. Carson Garner bats over at third base. Jacob Steele is the shortstop. Logan Beard at second base. Brock Vredenberg, the first baseman. The outfield from left to right is Kyle Ashworth, J.D. McLaughlin, and Alex Fernandez. Starting pitcher is the D3 dog, Aiden Elfring. A tall right-hander, originally from the state of Minnesota. Played his college ball at the University of Dubuque, a two-way player for Dubuque, where he was one of the best players ever to don the uniform there in the state of Iowa. And now taking his talents pro after last summer having a marvelous campaign in the Northwoods League with the Waterloo Bucks. That was not his first season with Waterloo. Well experienced to the grind, as many who have come out of the Northwoods League know. And leading off, it's the former Padres affiliate, Chase Valentine. Valentine, the shortstop, steps into the right-handed batter's box on the season, batting .368, has 9 home runs, 53 ribbies. Elfring fires the first pitch into the zone. We're underway at 6:34 p.m., 82 degrees, sunny, another beautiful day for baseball, as this week has really felt like it's brought summer finally here to stay. And as Montana can do for you, sometimes a little bit late, sometimes summer comes a little bit early. Heck, it was 70 degrees in February, it felt like this year, and rainy all of May and June. And now, maybe, just maybe, summer here to stay for the next couple months. 1 ball, 2 strikes, nobody out, top of the first inning. Range Riders and the Raptors with just 4 games to go in half number 1. Ball low and away. Count goes to 2-2. Chase Valentine, originally hailing from Phoenix, Arizona. 5'11", 185-pound right-hander. This one hit on the ground towards his opposing shortstop. Jacob Steele fires on target, on time. Now number 1, 6-3 in your scorebook. This season for Aiden Elfring, he has a 6.39 ERA, 3 wins, 4 losses. 36 strikeouts, 10 walks in 43 2/3 innings. Now he's up to 44 innings. So 36 strikeouts, 44 innings. He is not at that rate where he's going to blow a lot past defenders, but his best games have come when he is hitting the strike zone and enticing weak and playable contact for his defense. 0-1. It should be an interesting matchup against this Ogden Raptors squad, which is so talented, so good at making contact as a team. They are still first in the league in terms of batting average, despite having a rough couple contests. That one missing downstairs. Lutzo doing his best to try and frame those low pitches for strikes. 2 balls, 1 strike into Carmine Lane, the captain for this squad. 396 batting average, 5 home runs. Swing and a miss, a healthy cut from the right-hander Lane, originally from Palm Beach, Florida. 6'1", 211-pound third baseman. 2 balls, 2 strikes, 1 out top of the first. Out to right field, coming over is Fernandez in a routine play for Alex. 2 gone as Kyler Stancato steps in. Stancato has struggled in this series, came in with a batting average near 500, but hasn't necessarily paid dividends for him thus far, as Stancato, the kid out of the greater Seattle area, 6'3", 210 pounds, steps into the the left-handed batter's box. Just a little bit outside on that pitch from Elfring. On the season, Stancato batting average has dropped to 455, and I emphasize that it's dropped to 455. It's a pretty darn good number coming into the contest. This is his 100th at-bat of the year. Range Riders 28-16 overall, as this one flared foul. Glacier on pace to shatter what they did in the 2025 season, the first year under manager Todd Pratt, where they went 40-56. Obviously, 2 wins in these final 4 games, and they will be 3/4 of the way to that win total. The 1-1 pitch. Swung on, looped into shallow center field, and it's just going to hang up there. Too long for McLaughlin, or too short for McLaughlin to get to it, and too far for Steele to be able to go back. It's a professional hitting job there for a single from Stancato, and Colson Lawrence steps up, the dangerous bat of Lawrence. 417 batting average. He did win the game on Tuesday night for the Ogden Raptors thanks to his knockout round heroics. First pitch, call the ball outside. Lawrence from Hoover, Alabama. Former Marlins affiliate. Fouled off, count goes to 1-1. This Ogden Raptors offense flexed their scoring muscles on Tuesday night to 11 runs, aided in part by some big innings with walks, a big part of the storyline. Last night, the Range Riders limited the walks, expanded the strikeouts, and only held them to 3. Swing and a miss. Count goes to 1-2. 1 ball, 2 strikes, 2 outs, 6:39 p.m. Local time here in the Flathead Valley. 1-2 pitch, 2 outs, runners going. Swing and a miss, and that's all she wrote in the top of the first inning. A 2-out single by Stancato, and we head to the bottom of the first. It's 0-0.
Welcome to Magoo & Company, a third-generation family-owned business nestled in the heart of downtown Whitefish. We offer a dazzling array of diamonds, ethically sourced Montana sapphires, and captivating custom designs that capture the essence of Montana's natural beauty. From jewelry design and appraisals to cleaning, repairs, and gemologist consulting, your satisfaction is our priority. Experience the magic of Magoo & Company and discover the perfect piece to celebrate life's special moments.
Welcome back in. It's the bottom of the first inning. Let's look at the defense for the Ogden Raptors. It's Wilkinson behind home plate. Carmine Lane over at third. Valentine at short. Jordan at second. Ferraro at first. The outfield from left to right. Stancato, Lawrence, and Pell. The only pendulum has swung over at right field as Pell slots in there tonight. But we've seen some pinch hitting and some moving and shaking over there. Starting pitcher is Nico Saltaformaggio, who fires the first pitch. Low and away to the Range Rider speedy leadoff man, Alex Fernandez. Nico Saltaformaggio, probably a member of the all-name team in the Pioneer League, because that one misses, and it's 2-0. Saltaformaggio originally hails from Destrehan, Louisiana. 6 foot, 200 pounds. Went to Holy Cross School for his prep career in New Orleans, as that one called a ball outside. 3-0 now. A Nichols State product, and he is one of the rare members that I've seen pitch before of this Ogden squad, as he pitched for Ogden in 2024, the last time the Range Riders faced him. Get me over strike, makes the count 3-1. Home plate umpire, by the way, tonight is Zach Dart. First base, it's Mike Blanchard. Third base, it is Michael Goebel. 4-year career at Nichols State, as this one ripped up the middle for a base knock by Alex Fernandez. Fernandez, his 30th hit of the year, a line drive single. Up comes Kyle Ashworth. Early trivia question, but not the actual trivia question. What is the mascot for the Nichols State University in Thibodaux, Louisiana? Or maybe it's Thibodaux. Pickoff attempt over to first base. Ball was not handled cleanly. First disengagement there. They are the Nichols State Colonels. Long leadoff for Fernandez. And he's running. Throw comes into second, skips in there, and Fernandez is in safely. Fernandez, his 33rd stolen base of the season. Pitch was slightly downstairs according to ABS, and it was called the ball correctly. The other great thing about being able to steal bases like that is it does not allow the catcher to frame the pitch. And thus, on one where he could have maybe framed that for a strike, as Fernandez dancing around on second. Ashworth squares to bunt. Foul ball. Count goes to 1-1. Kyle Ashworth on the season. What a season he is having. .352 batting average. On base percentage still over 500 at .541. Last night had a great game, and that's just what we've come to expect from Kyle Ashworth, who was a role player for the Range Riders last year, now one of the stars. Fernandez heading to third. Throw in. Not in time. Fernandez, what makes him so good is his ability to slide late, and then he keeps his hand on the bag until his foot can take over on the bag. That sliding technique is an undervalued thing in terms of what he can do. Pitch missed low and in, as Fernandez has another steal. And this one swung on. It's a base knock. RBI single for Kyle Ashworth, who actually it'll turn it into 2. And Ashworth now heading for 3. Come on, baby, feel the speed. Kyle Ashworth, a triple and an RBI. It is the Range Riders 1-0. Hit that one hard out towards left center field. You could maybe argue an error as Lawrence took an awkward path to it, but I think it was more of just a misread off the speed of the turf here. Of course, we have turf over the entirety of this field, so the ball runs quicker. And where you might expect grass to bog a ball like that down and be able to be cut off by Lawrence, instead, it'll run all the way to the wall if you can't cut it off. First pitch misses downstairs. Count goes to 1-0. And it just found a way to sneak past Lawrence, get all the way to the fence. And as of now, it's in the book as an RBI triple. RBI no matter what. And I think you can call it a double no matter what, as this one is a RBI ground out by J.D. McLaughlin. Great job by J.D. to do a job there and get that runner on third home. It is 2-0. Glacier leads. Up comes Brock Vredenberg, big left-hander out of Michigan State University. Probably feels out home repping the green. As this one swung on, it is blasted out like a cannon, and it is gone. Goodbye, baseball. Brock Vredenberg, 416 feet. Got out of here in a hurry at 105 miles per hour. 3-0 Glacier. The last time Vredenberg had a bat in his hands in a game, it was on Tuesday night when he came up short in the knockout round and finding a way to quickly right the ship. One pitch is all he needed to send that one, boom, shakalaka, over the Johns Manville sign in right center field. Carson Garner now snapping in. First pitch misses inside. Count goes to 1-0. Nico Saltaformaggio has an ERA of 5.0 in 8 starts and a 7-0 win-loss record. This is probably the most he has been jumped on this early in a contest this season. This one tapped over towards third, 2 hops, fielded, and thrown for out number 2. The Range Riders have nearly batted for the cycle against him in 1 inning. They have a single, triple, and a home run. And if Carson Hornung can find a 2-bagger, it'll be a team cycle over the course of an inning. Saltaformaggio only 14 pitches, but 3 runs across. Outside to Carson Hornung. Hornung the day off yesterday. He is batting .299, Carson Hornung. 2 home runs, 26 RBIs. He has 11 doubles, tied for the team lead. In the zone. Count goes to 1-1. In 54 innings pitched this season, just 48 strikeouts for Saltaformaggio. He's a similar prototype to Elfring, pitch-to-contact pitcher, as this one flared up and foul out of play. 1 ball, 2 strikes, 2 outs. Range Rider faithful getting everything they ordered in the bottom of the first inning. After a solid top of the first frame from Elfring on the bump, the Range Rider offense have coasted out to a lead. Ball downstairs. Count goes to 2-2 for Hornung, who is now turning in a half-decent at-bat with 2 outs to try and get that pitch count up of Saltaformaggio as well. And a foul scrape will just keep him alive. The catcher, Wilkinson, tried to sell that as a foul tip into the glove, but it pretty clearly hit the ground, and I think our home plate umpire was questioning it and did make the right call on it, as this one out to left field. Backing up is Stancato, gets to the fence, and the catch is made awkwardly but cleanly from Stancato. If that one would have fallen, it would have been that single inning cycle for the Range Rider offense. Instead, it's Vredenberg going deep. The triple by Ashworth and 2 steals by Fernandez. A lot of fun as it's 3-0 headed to the second.
When injuries occur, it can feel like your goals are out of reach. I'm Dr. Karen Purser, an orthopedic surgeon and sports medicine specialist at Logan Health. If you injure a joint, muscle, or bone, our orthopedics and sports medicine specialists are here to help. Our highly specialized surgeons, clinicians, and physical therapists offer innovative treatments and the latest minimally invasive procedures to help you recover and return to activity faster and stronger so that you can reach your goal.
Welcome back in. Glacier Range Riders with a 3-0 lead here after 1 inning. Bluff of the bat, it was in the zone on Gio Ferraro. Full name, I believe, is Giuseppe Ferraro Nar. I'm calling him Gio Ferraro to save myself some syllables. Count goes to 1 ball, 1 strike. One of the better options in terms of power for this squad. 394 batting average. 12 home runs, 53 RBIs. Bluff of the bat, it's in the zone. Don't know if he was questioning that strike or if he was questioning that he called it a swinging strike. I think it was just called a strike in the zone. Count goes to 2-2. That one called a ball. Missed low and away. 3 balls, 2 strikes, nobody out. Elfring wants to deal with the leadoff batter this inning, especially after a nice inning by his offense. And he will not do it on that one. Count goes 4-2, which is ball 4 for a leadoff walk. Up comes Sebastian Greco. This Raptors squad has a batting average coming into this contest of .359, just 3 points above Billings, who is in second place in terms of batting average. Ogden's batting average has dropped 5 points since the start of this series, which is considerable this late in the season. You don't necessarily see a swing like that through 2 games, as this one fouled back. They have hit .250 as a team through the first 2 contests. Funny enough, the 3rd place team after Ogden and Billings, who are both good squads and have shown that with their record, is the Idaho Falls Chuckers, batting .328 as a team. Shows you the power of defense and pitching, as Idaho Falls has a dismal 14-30 record. Offense might sell some tickets, as the saying goes. This one fouled off, and the count goes to 0-2. But defense and pitching certainly does win championships. And that's what Ogden has to try and figure out to give them the extra edge, because their pitching has been inconsistent. And you got to think they want to get that, as there's strike 3 called on Greco. He goes down looking on 3 pitches. 1 out, top of the 2nd inning. One out, top of the 2nd. Ferraro on first after the leadoff walk. Good bounce back from Elfring with a 3-pitch strikeout. Up comes Cole Jordan. Cole Jordan had a home run last night over the left field fence. Ball low and away. Count goes to 1-0. In terms of stolen base numbers, the Range Riders have skyrocketed theirs thanks to the addition of Alex Fernandez. When he joined the team a couple weeks ago, the Range Riders were 3rd to last in stolen bases, as this one gets by Lutzo. It'll probably go down as a wild pitch, but it felt like maybe Lutzo could have stopped that one. Range Riders now are in 3rd place in the league standings in stolen bases, and they've been caught 16 less times than the team in 2nd place, Great Falls, and 15 less times than the team in 1st, Red Pocket. Ogden is right behind Glacier, 8 less stolen bases. Foul scrape, count goes to 2-1 on Cole Jordan. Cole Jordan batting .344, has 10 home runs and 48 RBIs. Jordan, product out of Newport Beach, California, returning Raptor from last year. Last in the league in stolen bases is Idaho Falls. They have just 39 and have been caught 4 more times than Glacier. Outside, count goes to 3-1. Missoula, this is also kind of a shocking stat, because that Missoula squad is used to running. They like a lot of speed and a lot of power in Missoula. And they've had some guys like Rosario and Pena who steal like crazy over the past couple years, but not the same thing as this foul ball's out of play. As this one bounces off the rocks, back into the field of play, and Vredenberg with a goofy run to follow that ball trickling in, and a perfect pitch and catch with a kid in red. That throw was on the money, and thankfully it was not that situation we had last week where a kid knocked it down after a ball came to him. Fouled off, we'll do 3-2 once more. The battle in this league, I mentioned, goes to overall record now. That's the one thing we're kind of paying attention to here in this layaway period at the end of the first half. The importance of this game and the other games played around the league right now is pretty much just how can you boost your overall record, because it could come down to that in the playoffs. But the primary way to make the playoffs, as this is another foul scrape, great at bat from Cole Jordan here. 3 balls, 2 strikes, 1 out. He is protecting the zone. That was a great placement on that pitch by Elfring. The secondary standard is overall record, so you want to be able to get a couple wins here in a week where it feels like it might not matter as much. 3-2. Back up the middle, fielded on the backhand by Logan Beard. Easy throw out. Ferraro will advance to third base. So now 90 feet away for Dylan Wilkinson, the catcher, batting .319, has 2 home runs, 20 RBIs. Wilkinson playing catcher despite being listed as an infielder, and not a ton of catching experience over the last couple years, but nonetheless, the second-year Ogden Raptor from Fairfax, Virginia, has earned his spot on the squad thanks to that, as there's a called strike and the count goes to 0-1. When we look at overall standings, the Range Riders don't care about the overall record anymore of Long Beach and Billings. They just want to have the top overall record of the other 10 squads. This one flared up. Will it stay in play? No. Foul. Count goes to 0-2. The squads closest to them are Modesto, back 1 game of Glacier with a 27-17 record, and Ogden with a 26-18 record. And that adds a little bit to this matchup here, because head-to-head is the tiebreaker if 2 teams are tied in overall record. So obviously this series means even more for Glacier. 0-2. Swing and a foul scrape, just not squeezed by Lutzo. Boise and Missoula, I think, are also going to maybe factor in second half, and Oakland, just because they're the defending champs, and they do have really good home field advantage. They haven't necessarily shown it this year, but I think those are the 6 teams to watch for possible playoff positioning. I just can't see Great Falls, Yuba, Idaho Falls, or Red Pocket factoring in. 0-2, up and in. Count goes to 1-2. For Oakland, they are 11-12 at home. One ball, 2 strikes, 2 outs. Runner on third, outside. 2-2. Tyler Peterson, the voice of the Oakland Ballers, as well as an assistant GM, he said this Baller squad reminds him a lot of the Range Riders last year. Just struggling to put together complete games from all 3 phases. Buffed foul. Fought that one off on an upstairs pitch. Wilkinson, the catcher. Around the league scoreboard today, we have 10 teams in action. Boise and Missoula gets the day off as they are traveling from Boise to Missoula. They played a doubleheader yesterday and split as Boise won the second game via the knockout round. No score from any of the other contests, as they're in the bottom of the second in Billings, Red Pocket, and Mustang 0. Another foul ball. This has been a foul ball clinic from this Ogden Raptors squad, which even if they get out in this at-bat, it is still taking a huge chunk out of the pitch count of Elfring, who is begging to find a punch-out. 2 balls, 2 strikes, 2 outs, runner on third, and floated to Logan Beard. Decently cut at 85 miles per hour, but Beard's going to have that one 9 times out of 10. We head to the bottom of the third as Ogden strands a runner 90 feet away, 3-0 Glacier.
In 1858, one man's ingenuity sparked a legacy. When Henry Ward Johns set out to rethink roofing, he built something that would last. That spirit carried forward in 1901 when Johns joined forces with Charles Manville, creating Johns Manville. For more than 160 years, through challenge and change, innovation and resilience have defined who we are. Today, backed by Berkshire Hathaway, Johns Manville is trusted in the commercial roofing industry with systems built to perform.
Welcome back, Glacier Range Riders with a 3-0 lead here, bottom of the second inning. A called strike from Salta Formaggio into Jacob Steele. That one's a ball. Count goes to 1-1. Steele, a .318 batting average, 4 home runs, 39 RBIs. Half of his long balls have been grand slams. And this one hit hard to second base where Cole Jordan fields and throws for a 4-3 ground out. 1 out, bottom of the second. Mentioned that Salta Formaggio is originally from Destrehan, Louisiana, which is not too far away from New Orleans. Pitch misses inside to Logan Beard, who had a home run last night. Essentially just on the other side of the airport from New Orleans proper. That one called a strike. Count goes to 1-1. Right along the banks of the Mississippi River. Swing and a miss. Count goes to 1-2. About 11,340 people in Destrehan. That one's outside. 2 balls, 2 strikes. Community is named as this is a broken bat down the third base line. Third baseman just getting out of the way of getting hit by possible lumber there and having a weapon in his hand right now is Logan Beard. Be careful with that one. 2 balls, 2 strikes right now when we come back. The community of Destrehan is named after Jean-Noël Destrehan, who died in 1823. He was the twice president of the New Orleans Territories Legislative Council from 1806 to 1811. And he was also elected to the U.S. Senate to represent the state of Louisiana when it became a state in 1812. And then he resigned after a month. This one hit to the opposite side, fielded and thrown by Jordan for out number 2. That's hilarious that he left after a month. I got to get the story on why he did that. First pitch into Johnny Lutzow, called a strike. Count goes to 0-1. Served in office from September 3rd to October 1st of 1812. This one buffed into shallow right field where the second baseman, Cole Jordan, backs up and makes his 3rd play of the inning. An 11-pitch frame for Salta Formaggio. It is 3-0 Glacier as Nico goes 3 up and 3 down.
Numbness and tingling in the hand can make you lose your grip. Hi, I'm Dr. Nate Fogel. I'm an orthopedic surgeon and hand specialist here at Logan Health. Repetitive actions can lead to a condition called carpal tunnel. Left untreated, these symptoms can interfere with your daily life. Our fellowship-trained hand surgeons offer patient-specific care to help you regain control. Here's to getting a grip on life.
Welcome back. It's the top of the third inning. Right now, Bradley Pell will lead it off for the Ogden Raptors. Pell, Valentine, and Lane stepping up. Pell batting .295, 1 home run, 25 ribbies. Batting from the left side. And sees a first pitch ball outside. Count goes to 1-0. That one's in the zone, 1-1. Bradley Pell, also a 4-year D3 guy, just like the pitcher. And Aiden Elfring, he went to Millsaps College, which is in the Southern Athletic Association, Jackson, Mississippi. Flare down the left field line, foul. Now goes to 2-2 for Pell. Obviously a very good final year there, which earned him the opportunity in pro ball. .387 batting average. And had 14 home runs, 59 RBIs for the Millsaps Majors. This one hit on the ground. Jacob Steele to collect and deal for out number 1. Great job by Steele, a D2 dog himself, former Central Missouri Mule. As we flip over the lineup card to Chase Valentine. I love the amount of representation we get from all different sides of the college sports spectrum in the Pioneer League. This one popped up sky high. Alex Fernandez makes the grab. Fernandez himself has played all over the college sports spectrum. JUCO stint, a couple mid-majors. Well, actually, I don't know what you would classify Memphis as. That's an interesting conversation, because Memphis is major in a lot of ways, but the American Conference is kind of polarizing. Swing and a miss. Count goes to 0-1 on Carmine Lane. He also played at UCLA, did Alex Fernandez. So that certainly is major. As this one out towards Fernandez, and it will be a 2-out ball dropping in front of him. Lane gets a buffed base hit. Up steps Kyler Stancato. First pitch, a strike to Stancato. He's 1 for 1 with a bloop single into center. 3-0 Range Riders lead here, top of the third inning. Skips in, good block by Lutzow. But you see all levels of college ability represented here. And it really shows that on some respects, as this one, sky high, Bermuda Triangle area, backing up his steal. Ashworth calls him off and makes the grab for out number 3. That's an Elfring special inning right there. Just get weak contact, let your defense do some work, and who cares about a 2-out weak contact single. We head to the bottom of the third inning. It's 3-0. Glacier leads.
Thinking about where to host your next office event? Book the indoor event space at Glacier Bank Park. With a capacity up to 145 people, our indoor event space is a flexible, year-round venue ideal for accommodating receptions, conferences, and holiday parties. The spacious layout boasts impressive stadium and mountain views, providing the perfect setting for guests to mingle, network, and celebrate. Book your office party today at glacierbankpark.com.
Innovation has always been at the core of Johns Manville. From advanced testing labs to real-world job sites, we rethink what roofing can deliver. Through science, precision engineering, and decades of real-world experience, we engineer commercial roofing systems that deliver lasting performance. At Johns Manville, innovation means listening, learning, and building solutions that meet today's needs while preparing for what's next. This is progress with purpose.
Here 1 for 1 with a well-hit single up the middle. Squares to bunt, pulls it back, and goes to 1-0 as it missed the zone. Salta Formaggio, the Nichols State product. 2024 Southland Relief Pitcher of the Year, was first team All-Southland that year. Again, square and a bunt, count goes to 2-0. Two-time Southland Conference Pitcher of the Week, had a 7-4 record, 2 saves, and a 4.32 ERA for the Colonels. As that one's called a strike, the count goes to 2-1. One of 4 boys. As this one into center field, down for base 9. Another single by Alex Fernandez. That must have been a fun household. They also had one sister, Katie. That must have been fun as well for Katie to deal with Joey, Gino, Luca, and Nico. Pickoff attempt over to first. Looking like a seal over there, belly diving back in is Alex Fernandez. He takes an equally dangerous lead, and again, pickoff over to first, didn't get him. The chess match continues. Salta Formaggio versus Fernandez, another unsuccessful pickoff, and it will be a balk. Trying to get him to throw over there is Fernandez, and now he's running, squaring a bunt. The throw comes in, and it is safe at second. Oh, my Nelly. 35 stolen bases on the season for for Fernandez. As Salta Formaggio in this Raptor squad can do nothing about it. It is ridiculous what this guy can do. They haven't been bad throws. They haven't been bad pitches to throw off of. It's just speed winning. They're going to throw back to second, and in time. They got him picked off, so they can do something about it. Fernandez looked a little bit confused there, saying, hey, wait a minute. "35 stolen bases on the season. Won't get a 36th as that pitch is in the zone for a called strike. Not yet, at least. Even when he gets caught, the crowd gives him an ovation when he steps off. Swing and a miss. Count goes to 1-2. The Range Riders have been specifically aggressive on the base paths this series. It has helped and it has hurt at times. 1 ball, 2 strikes, 1 out. Outside, 2-2. This one hit, and kind of an awkward spot. The throw across is good for out number 2. Up comes J.D. McLaughlin. McLaughlin 0 for 1 with an RBI ground out. Fernandez within 10 now of the stolen base record. In a single season, it is 43 swiped by Ben McConnell in the 2022 inaugural season. Over the course of his career, as there's a swing and a miss, he stole 62 as a range rider. Just short to what Gabe Howell did over 4 seasons here. Gabe Howell did pass him up last year. 0-2 pitch in. Upstairs. 1 ball and 2 strikes. One, 2 misses outside. 2 balls, 2 strikes. Down low and away. Good AB for McLaughlin here, falling behind 0-2. Now pushes it full. Three-two misses inside. JD has himself a 2-out walk. And up comes Brock Vredenberg, who sent 1 pitch long gone his last time up. Vredenberg out of Pasadena, California, steps into the left-handed batter's box to face off against Salta Formaggio for the 2nd time. JD over there on first. Keep an eye out for him. He has 14 stolen bases. First pitch downstairs. Count goes to 1-0. Although with how good Vredenberg has been, you don't want to get that final out of the inning on the base paths. Pick off over to first base. Unsuccessful. One ball, no strikes. Runner's going. Throw into second, skipping in, and McLaughlin is caught for out number 3. We head to the 4th. It's 3-0. Glacier leads.
Welcome to Magoo & Company, a 3rd-generation family-owned business nestled in the heart of downtown Whitefish. We offer a dazzling array of diamonds, ethically sourced Montana sapphires, and captivating custom designs that capture the essence of Montana's natural beauty. From jewelry design and appraisals to cleaning, repairs, and gemologist consulting, your satisfaction is our priority. Experience the magic of Magoo & Company and discover the perfect piece to celebrate life's special moments.
When injuries occur, it can feel like your goals are out of reach. I'm Dr. Karen Purser, an orthopedic surgeon and sports medicine specialist at Logan Health. If you injure a joint, muscle, or bone, our orthopedics and sports medicine specialists are here to help. Our highly specialized surgeons, clinicians, and physical therapists offer innovative treatments and the latest minimally invasive procedures to help you recover and return to activity faster and stronger so that you can reach your goal.
Welcome back, top of the 4th inning. It is Colson Lawrence leading it off. Aiden Elfring back out for his 4th inning of work. Lawrence is 0 for 1. He struck out swinging his first time up. Elfring ready to go. First pitch outside, and the count goes to 1-0. Range Riders with a 3-0 lead here. After 3 innings, all 3 scored in the first inning against Salta Formaggio. This one hit high, chop. Throw across is in time to get out Lawrence. 6-3 ground out to start the top of the 4th. Gio Ferraro back in. Ferraro from Fort Lauderdale, Florida. 1 out, top of the 4th inning. Range Riders, of course, open the scoring in this contest. And when the Range Riders have scored first, they've been successful at a pretty good rate this season. As this one out towards the gap, right center field. Gonna 1-hop and 2-hop to the wall. Ferraro will hold at second base. It's the first extra base hit of the day for the Raptors. A double to the gap. 1 out, top of the 4th inning. Sebastian Greco steps in, strikeout looking, his first time up. Range Riders, when scoring first this season, they are 14-5. When the other team scores first, the Range Riders are 14-11. So more times than not, the opponent has scored first. The Range Riders have won the same amount of games, just a higher winning percentage. Obviously, when they have, as there's a called strike, and the count goes to 0-1. The Range Riders have come back to win 15 games this season. Last year, they did it 25 in the entire season. This one hit towards first, fielded by Vredenberg, and he'll tap the bag himself. It's a productive ground out for Greco. And in a similar position to the second inning, Cole Jordan will have a runner on third here with 2 outs. Cole Jordan had a runner on second and was able to push him, and it was Ferraro, funny enough, to third with a ground out in a long at-bat. First pitch of ball. And there was Wilkinson that flied out on that soft liner to second base that finished the frame. So Ferraro in a familiar position. He's been to third both times in this contest. The question is, can he get beyond the base? As this one flared foul. Count goes to 1-1. Top of the rocks, doinking around. And it falls to somebody who was right at the fence line. Kid comes charging. Will the kid get it? Yes. Smart play there by the person on the fence, giving that one up. 1-1 pitch, hit towards third, playable for Garner. Across the diamond, needed a good scoop, and the Range Riders got a good scoop. It's Vredenberg over on first base to field it cleanly. 1-2, a double in there, so it's not a perfect inning, but feels as good as a perfect inning. It is no runs across, 3-0 Glacier.
Need a space that offers both a place to dine and an area to mingle in style? Book the Hideaway and Corner Suite at Glacier Bank Park. You and up to 50 guests will enjoy full catering services in the Hideaway, and incredible mountain views and comfortable furnishings in the luxury Corner Suite. This versatile combination offers a space to dine and a place to relax, creating the perfect arrangement for guests looking to mingle, network, and celebrate. Book your office party today at glacierbankpark.com.
When injuries occur, it can feel like your goals are out of reach. I'm Dr. Karen Purser, an orthopedic surgeon and sports medicine specialist at Logan Health. If you injure a joint, muscle, or bone, our orthopedics and sports medicine specialists are here to help. Our highly specialized surgeons, clinicians, and physical therapists offer innovative treatments and the latest minimally invasive procedures to help you recover and return to activity faster and stronger so that you can reach your goal.
Welcome back. Bottom of the fourth inning. Glacier Range Riders and the Ogden Raptors. First pitch missing outside. Count goes to 1-0. Of course, we're nearing the midway point in our season, and it's right around the midway point in the seasons around independent baseball, and you know what's happening in Major League Baseball as Vredenberg hammers this one towards right center field, and it's going to one-hop against the fence. Vredenberg easily into second with a 110-mile-per-hour double as Vredenberg is seeing those pitches from Salta Formaggio well. Wow. Double to lead it off. Up comes Carson Garner, who is 0 for 1 with a ground out to third. So what about the other independent leagues? Because you know what's happening in MLB. Honestly, and this might seem offensive if you're an affiliate baseball stan, the actual record of the affiliate teams to me is kind of a wash because MLB teams don't really care about them. So it is what it is. It's all about feeding the MLB team, and that's part of the reason I love independent baseball is you're here to develop players, you're here to push players to the next level, but you're also here to win. As this first pitch into Carson Garner is a called strike. Right now in the Atlantic League, which is widely seen as kind of the top level of independent, just because they have a lot of ex-MLBers, they don't have any limitations in terms of experience. As this one hit by Garner. Sky-high fly to right center field, backing up to the fence, it's off the wall. Green light to send Vredenberg home. Garner's in there with a double and an RBI double. At that, it is the Range Riders now leading 4-0. Thanks to two straight, two baggers. Up comes Carson Hornung, 0 for 1 with a deep fly out to the left field warning track. On the season right now, as I look at the Atlantic League standings, the best team in the league, record-wise, is the Southern Maryland Blue Crabs, who are 45-24. Also in the Southern Division is Gastonia, the Ghost Peppers, at 40-28. The Lexington Legends, under former Range Rider manager Paul Fletcher, are 31-37. High Point Rockers are 31-38. Charleston Dirty Birds 25-43 with the worst record in the South Division. The North Division has the Hagerstown Flying Boxcars at the top. Long Island Ducks, who are a perennial kind of flashy team there. They have the biggest free agent signings, certainly. York Revolution are third. Lancaster Stormers are fourth. And this is the headline. The Staten Island Ferry Hawks have 11 wins and 58 losses through 69 games. That is a staggering record to have. And there's maybe an excuse if you're a travel team. Certainly we've seen that before, but I don't know if we've ever seen a team with a home ballpark have a 159 winning percentage this deep into a season. Two balls and one strike. That one called a strike to make the count 2-2 for Carson. Carson Garner on second. Carson Hornung at the plate. 2 balls, 2 strikes. Nobody out. Bottom of the fourth inning. Foul scrape. Still nobody out here. I'm looking, I just decided to look kind of at top batting averages in the league just to see if any names popped out to me, former Pioneer League players at the very least, maybe a former Range Rider. And funny enough, there was a former Range Rider. There is a former Range Rider, Nick Lucky, who appeared for part of, I believe, the 2023 season for the Range Riders. He is currently 7th in the Atlantic League, playing for the Lancaster Stormers. 339 clip. think that's the only name that I recognize, however, at least in the top of the batting average column. Flared up foul again. Great at-bat here from Horning. Counts 2-2, nobody out. Bottom of the fourth inning, 4-0 Glacier. Of course, there's a lot of former Range Riders in Lexington, including Andy Atwood, who is 6th on the team in batting average. There's a swing and a miss and a strikeout of Carson Hornung. Good at-bat, quality at-bat, just couldn't get it beyond the good pitch there from Salta Formaggio. So Andy Atwood is batting .279, and Zane Washington, former Great Falls Voyager, he's batting .256. Gabe Howell, of course, a Range Rider that I've already mentioned tonight, currently has 4 home runs, 19 RBIs, and batting .212. As this one goes sky high to right. Garner's going to have a chance to tag here. He's going to head to third. Throw coming in will be cut off. Productive fly out from Steele, and now with 2 outs, the chance will come for Logan Beard. Beard 0 for 1 with a ground out over to first. First pitch, a ball outside to Beard. 4-0 scoreline, bottom of the fourth inning. RBI double by Carson Garner. Scored Brock Vredenberg, who doubled to start the frame. That one's a called strike. Count goes to 1-1. Second pitch of both Beard's at-bats. There was a called strike on a pitch that missed via ABS. 1 ball, 1 strike, 2 outs, bottom of the fourth inning. That one's a strike, right down the middle. Count goes to 1-2. Low and away, 2 balls, 2 strikes. Two-two pitch coming in. Tapped over towards third, kind of an awkward spot. Gonna need a decent throw. Scooped up well, just trapped it on the turf, did the first baseman Ferraro, as Garner stranded on third base. Range Riders are up 4-0 after the Carson Garner RBI double.
At Johns Manville, it's always been about people, the people who design the systems, the people who build them, and the people who depend on them to perform every day. That's why we approach commercial roofing with care, collaboration, and respect for what's at stake. Because every roof protects more than a building. It protects people, livelihoods, and peace of mind. That's the responsibility we stand behind. Johns Manville Commercial Roofing Systems.
Top of the 5th inning here in the Flathead Valley. Aiden Elfring back out for his 5th inning of work. Having some fun looking around on the other on the other independent leagues and MLB partner leagues, as Wilkinson will lead us off with that soft fly out to second. Flares this one foul. Count goes to 0-1. The American Association, which is located mostly upper Midwest right now, they do have one Texas team, as that one misses. The Cleburne Railroaders. But other than that, it is Dakotas, Illinois, Wisconsin represented. I believe one Indiana team as well, as this one called the ball, and the count goes to 2-1 on Wilkinson. The East Division leader in the American Association is the Milwaukee Milkmen. Their neighbors, the Lake Country Dockhounds in suburban Milwaukee, as that one's just beyond the dive of Logan Beard. 97 off the bat of Wilkinson. Also in suburban Milwaukee, Lake Country second. Cleburne, the Railroaders, are in 3rd place in the East Division. And the bottom 3 are Kane County, which is suburban Chicago, the Gary South Shore Railcats in Gary, Indiana, and the Chicago Dogs. Not looking pretty good. They got a great nickname. They got a great color scheme. Great ballpark in general from all I've heard. They're 16-30. Yikes. Oh, 1 count, nobody out. Top of the 5th inning. Runner on first in Wilkinson. Bradley Pell sees this one just beyond Logan Beard. Heading first to third goes Wilkinson. A seeing eye single there by Bradley Pell puts 2 on with nobody out. Ogden needed a punchback and 2 singles that just get beyond the range of Logan Beard at second. Maybe providing some opportunity, especially with Chase Valentine coming up, a ground out and a pop out. In the West Division of the American Association, the standings are Kansas City, Sioux Falls, Fargo-Moorhead, Lincoln, which is Lincoln, Nebraska, Winnipeg up in Canada, and Sioux City. This one also a seeing eye single. And going first to third. Oh, not in time to throw to third. The crowd, who saw a controversial pickoff that they did not agree with over of Alex Fernandez, certainly going to feel that one. It's an RBI single. It's 4-1. Pell goes first to third on a throw that did look like it got there from J.D. McLaughlin. Carmine Lane now stepping in. First pitch is strike. Pick off over to first, didn't get him. Valentine, of course, good stolen base numbers, has 26 of them this year. And he's running there. A foul ball will make it 0-2. The best batter in the American Association is a kid named Ryan Hernandez, who is so fun to watch. I had to broadcast his team, the Martha's Vineyard Sharks, playing against the Bristol Blues in the summer of 2021. And he wasn't as fun to watch when he was killing the Bristol Blues. But, as this one's fouled off, you could tell he had the potential to be a player. He batted .337 that summer in the NACBL. Ended up getting a shot with Tri-City, playing for the Angels affiliate in the Northwest League, where he struggled, only had a .154 batting average, and now has turned in a heck of a season thus far for Lake Country. Batting .376 and has 14 home runs. First in the league in batting average and third in the league in home runs. 0-2 Pickoff over to first, didn't get him. 4-1 scoreline here. The Raptors have bit back, and they got 2 on, tying run at the plate. As Glacier scored 3 in the first and 1 in the fourth. Another foul ball count, stays 0-2. Elfring not intimidated by continuing to find the strike zone, continuing to force uncomfortability out of this Raptors squad, and they're protecting the plate well. About as well as you can ask. Upstairs and in, count goes to 1-2. Of course, I look at those numbers from Ryan Hernandez, the guy I was talking about in the American Association, and you think of what Adam Fogle did in this league last year with such a good ability to hit the home run ball and such a good ability to just find hits in general, leading the team in the league in batting average, as well as having an incredible home run mark. The 2-2 pitch, swing, and a foul scrape. 1 out on the strikeout by Elfring. Finally got the better of Carmine Lane. Adam Fogle, over the offseason, signed with the Chicago White Sox organization, and he's been on the injured list since May 26th. But I'll tell you what, he was having a good campaign. As this one grabbed for 1, and the glove flip is not there. It'll be a single because you're not expecting him to make that glove flip play. That's a tough one. As Stancato reaches. Pell will score. It is 4-2 now, and the tying run's on first base. Up comes Colson Lawrence. Dangerous bat. Strikeout and a ground out. It has been a myriad of seeing eye singles for this squad. Swing and a miss. Count goes to 0-1. The hardest hit ball was Wilkinson, putting one past Beard quickly. The other 3 hits were all just ground balls leaking into the outfield. The last one, Stancato, didn't even leak into the outfield. It was grabbed by Steele, but just in too much of an awkward spot. (0-2) pitch coming into Colson Lawrence. It's a double steal. The throw will come into second, and safe at second. Range Riders faithful, definitely frustrated with the amount of close calls that have all gone against him this inning on the base paths. First, that throw to get out Pell, that the ball beat him in, was called safe. That one where the ball beat him in, but it was in an awkward spot. Also the pickoff attempt, too, that was close that the fans wanted. 1 ball, 2 strikes. Popped up over near the beer garden. Souvenir if somebody wants to grab it, or it'll trickle all the way through and go hang out by the Ogden bus. One ball, 2 strikes, 1 out. Skips in. Good block by Lutzo behind the plate. Elfring's trying to get out of this inning. He got himself a strikeout, but in this 3rd time through the Ogden lineup, they've been able to figure him out more, to the tune of just making contact. And as I say that, caught completely off balance on the changeup, a swing and a miss. Now Gio Ferraro, who has been the best batter against Elfring today, consistently. He reached on a walk and he doubled the left center field. But the tying run on second base, this is a huge at-bat, and probably the final frame that we're going to see from Elfring, because he's on 85 pitches. The Range Riders rarely bring a guy back on pitches more than that. Foul ball on the first pitch from Ferraro, who is batting, or on-base percentage is 1,000 against Elfring, but can Aiden Elfring win the final battle between the two? The 0-1 pitch, 2 outs. Fouled off again. The count goes to 0-2. 4-2 scoreline. But 2 in scoring position. 0-2 is tapped over towards third. It is foul. Garner did the smart thing there. He was charging it, thinking he was going to need to make the play, but then was seeing it tuck towards the foul territory, and just at the last moment grabbed that ball in foul territory. He could have reached out his glove and tried to make a grab and throw on the run and see if he could have got it called fair and maybe catch out Ferraro, who is built with decent speed at 10 stolen bases despite being a power hitter. But instead, he opts to let it go foul and let his pitcher have another 0-2 pitch with 2 in scoring position. We'll see if it changes the outcome here of what could have been, I'm assuming, an infield single. That one near the knees, just down low. Good placement on a 0-2 pitch. I like that from Elfring. 1 ball, 2 strikes, 2 outs, top of the 5th inning. As that one's just low and away. The 2-2, 2-out pitch with 2 on in a 2-run game. Hit on the ground towards Beard. Beard sees it into his glove. The throw to first, on target, on time for out number 3. Elfring, some pressure put on him, a couple seeing eye singles, but he gets out of the jam, and the Range Riders lead by 2, heading to the bottom of the 5th.
Range Riders fans, Glacier Bank Park offers a variety of suites to accommodate groups of all sizes, from small gatherings to parties of up to 65 people. The balcony views and exclusive services create a premium experience for celebrations, reunions, and outings of all kinds. Enjoy the convenience and comfort of your private space, breathtaking Montana scenery, and high-level action on the field, while our dedicated hospitality team creates an unforgettable experience for you and your family, friends, or business associates.
Numbness and tingling in the hand can make you lose your grip. Hi, I'm Dr. Nate Fogel. I'm an orthopedic surgeon and hand specialist here at Logan Health. Repetitive actions can lead to a condition called carpal tunnel. Left untreated, these symptoms can interfere with your daily life. Our fellowship-trained hand surgeons offer patient-specific care to help you regain control. Here's to getting a grip on life.
Welcome to Magoo & Company, a third-generation family-owned business nestled in the heart of downtown Whitefish. We offer a dazzling array of diamonds, ethically sourced Montana sapphires, and captivating custom designs that capture the essence of Montana's natural beauty. From jewelry design and appraisals to cleaning, repairs, and gemologist consulting, your satisfaction is our priority. Experience the magic of Magoo & Company and discover the perfect piece to celebrate life's special moments.
It's the bottom of the 5th inning. Scott Gladstone with you as the Ogden Raptors put up 2. And the first pitch misses downstairs from Salta Formaggio into Johnny Lutzo. Salta Formaggio sees that one to the right center field again. Clean hit, 98 off the bat of Lutzo. For a leadoff single, up comes Alex Fernandez, who is 2 for 2 with 2 singles against Salta Formaggio. Johnny Lutzo over there on first base. A academic All-American. Just named less than a week ago. Or a couple weeks ago, I guess, actually. And was the 5th all-time academic All-American at Santa Clara, and it was the 2nd consecutive year that Santa Clara baseball produced one of college athletics' highest academic honorees. He was a 3rd-team academic All-American. That one down low. 1 ball, 1 strike. Was academic All-District twice. West Coast Conference All-Academic first team twice. And he was on the WCC Commissioner's Honor Roll Gold status 3 times. Not to mention he was an all-WCC honoree as well, as this one down the left field line will fall for a base knock and then awkwardly get by, and now Fernandez is scootering to third base for a double. The important thing for Fernandez there was Lutzo had to be aggressive and go to third, and when that hop came awkwardly in front of Stancato, Fernandez said, okay, I'll take second then, great. Kyle Ashworth now steps up, he's 1 for 2. Triple and a ground out. Lutzo graduated from Santa Clara. He had a BA in finance, and his GPA was 3.941, which it's undervalued how difficult that can be being a college athlete, especially a baseball player, because you are playing a weekend series somewhere, you're traveling somewhere on Thursday, you're staying there until Sunday. As this one ripped. Throw across the diamond. Hit 93 miles per hour, but right at Valentine, and with the infield in, they were able to freeze the runner over at third in Lutzo, who smartly, pun intended, talking about his academic All-American status, stays at third. J.D. McLaughlin now stepping up, 0 for 1 with a ground out and a walk, an RBI ground out. His last time up. This one a broken bat, awkwardly towards the gap. The throw is going to be in time to first, and then the throw back to third. A ridiculous decision to make there, as Fernandez will head home. The throw to the plate will be in time, and it will be out number 3 because it was a 5-3 put out, and then an error on the first baseman Ferraro to score the run. All right, 5-2 as we head to the 6th inning of play. What a chaotic finish. Welcome back in. It's the top of the 6th inning. Chaos in the last half frame, as this is a called ball just outside to Sebastian Greco. 6, 7, and 8 due up, and out there for a 6th inning of work is Aiden Elfring. 90 pitches, being given another inning to try and rectify the 2 across last frame, where honestly he pitched a great inning. Just a couple balls get out of the infield, and next thing you know, troubles all over the place. Count goes to 1-2 on the swing and a miss. One ball, 2 strikes, nobody out. This one up the middle. That's a hard hit ball at 101 miles per hour. And a leadoff single by Greco. 95 pitches thrown now by Elfring. Cole Jordan stepping up. Range Riders bullpen has had to do a lot of work over the past couple games, especially on Tuesday when you consider the fact that they probably expected Humphreys to go a little bit longer when coming out of the pen in the fourth, and things just went south quickly for him. And so obviously bullpen situation led to a ton of shuffling. And so probably a big reason why they're asking a little bit more out of Elfring today. Slated to start tomorrow is Zach Longshore, another one of the Range Riders' consistently solid starters. He'll get the start on Friday. Red, hope you can join us for that one. 7:05 p.m. First pitch from the Flathead Valley. This one chopped over to third. Only play is at first, and it's in time for out number one. Maybe Garner could have turned and tried to get the out at second, but I like just continuing to trust your pitcher that he's going to give you playable balls. And Greco safely advances to second base. Dylan Wilkinson now steps up. Range Riders have been in the driver's seat this game. As that one with Mustard on the inside is called a strike. But after the last inning and a half, there's certainly been some detritus to be found, and the chaos has merged with a couple runs for the Range Riders, but a couple for the Raptors as well. I tell you what, Elfring, it feels like he's getting up 0-2 in 75% of these at-bats. That next step for him is just continuing to find that way to finish off batters, and he does it a fair amount through weak contact, but if he can find the punch-outs, as this one hit, grabbed on the backhand by Beard, the throw to first, scooped up well. Great play by Logan Beard. Much needed as Greco gets to third, but there's two outs and now no sacrifice to possibly score Greco. They're going to need to get a hit or something of the like from Bradley Pell. He just squeaked one through the center of the infield his last time up. 1 for 2, Bradley Pell, as Elfring tries to go through 6 strong into triple-digit pitches now, and the foul ball makes it 0-1. First pitch strike percentage from Aiden Elfring is 77%. That is a lovely number. The 0-1 into Pell. Low and in. Called a strike on the intercut. Pell having a conversation with the home plate umpire, maybe. Or he just kind of gave him a condescending look. Maybe he didn't say anything, and he just kind of gave him a look, walked back close to where the umpire was, and looked down at where he thought that pitch came in. It was a strike, according to ABS. The 1-2. Swing and a miss. That's all she wrote is Aiden Elfring. What an outing for the Range Riders starter. 6 strong. We'll talk about those stats plenty when the Range Riders come back on defense. But for now, it's 5-2 Glacier, headed to the bottom of the 6th.
Glacier Bank Park is just so beautiful. The absolutely stunning views, the facility that we have. We're just very fortunate.
This is a place where people can gather throughout the community. The location of the park itself is centrally located within the valley, and as such, it keeps everybody coming from all the different municipalities throughout the valley, and really it's just a hub for the community to meet.
My favorite thing about coming to the ball field is seeing old friends, seeing the beautiful complex, and the staff, how friendly they are. They greet us with friendliness, and the seats are awesome.
We also get to connect with folks as far away as Boston that are here on vacation that actually want to come to a ballpark because I talk them into it because that's how special it is.
So we come to socialize. We love our group, and we just have a really good time. Of course, we like watching the game too, and we like to win.
At Johns Manville, what we build starts with who we are. We are people champions, listening first, putting customers and teams at the center of every decision. We're driven by passion, always going the extra mile, always pushing ideas further. We perform, setting higher standards, delivering stronger results, and creating lasting value. And we protect our people, our customers, and the world around us, today and for generations to come.
Welcome back. It is the bottom of the 6th inning. The Glacier Range Riders lead 5-2, and leading off this frame, it is Brock Vredenberg. They are letting Nico Saltaformaggio see him for a 3rd time, and Vredenberg has won each of the battles prior, a double and a home run. And there's a big swing and a miss. Count goes to 1-1. It worked out for Elfring, where he was able to win that 3rd battle with Gio Ferraro. So maybe in a similar situation, Saltaformaggio will take out Vredenberg in a battle of 2 of the longest last names you'll have. Oh, Saltaformaggio, Vredenberg. This might be the most digits, as it will be a single. And ladies and gentlemen, get on cycle watch. Brock Vredenberg is a triple away from the cycle. Speaking of cycles, in the Pioneer League, it was a 3rd cycle of the season hit last night by A.J. Shaver of Billings. His 3rd of the season. That one misses. Count goes to 1-0. Pitch in the zone, called a strike. Saltaformaggio on 80 pitches. His pitch count looking a lot better than Elfring's, as Elfring will likely exit the contest on over 100 pitches. I would be shocked to see him back in. This one downstairs. Count goes to 2-1. Right-hander warming up in the pen for the Range Riders, as it looks to be Alex Bustamante. Pickoff over to first base. 2 balls, 1 strike. Didn't get to it in the bottom of the 5th, so let's get to it in the bottom of the 6th inning. Let's get some trivia out there. Two-on pitch. Swing and a miss. Count goes to 2-2. The 2-2 pitch. Hit foul. All right, your question is, the Dodgers have appeared in the World Series more than any other NL club. However, which NL franchise has won the most World Series? This one hit over to 3rd and through for a base knock, 107 off the bat. These two, Vredenberg and Garner, connecting firmly with Saltaformaggio's pitches, and now it's runners on 1st and 2nd, nobody out for Carson Hornung, who has yet to figure him out with a fly out and a strikeout. This is still an active stat. I was double checking to make sure that when this trivia book came out, that it was not out of date. But the question of the Dodgers have appeared in the World Series more than any other NL club, but they do not have the most World Series out of any World Series wins out of any NL franchise. It is another team that has won the World Series 11 times and is second only to the Yankees. Hornung to see the Pitch in with runners on first and second, squaring a bunt, pulling it back as that one's called a ball up high. The answer is the St. Louis Cardinals. They have won it 11 times, and honestly, due to just their last couple years being pretty mediocre to bad as this bunt is hit foul, I kind of just forgot that they've had such history in their club. Because I saw them win one World Series pre-high school, whenever that was that they won, 2011 maybe. And I haven't seen them be that successful since. As this one's called a strike, challenged by Hornung, and I don't think that was a good place to challenge. And it has been confirmed a strike, so the Range Riders will lose a challenge. To me, I think that's probably him being mad at himself for not getting the bunt down and kind of being frustrated and then challenging in there. 1 ball, 2 strikes, nobody out. Let's see if he can make up for it. As that one is called strike 3 right at the knees, and he's not going to burn a second challenge, as that was great placement. 1 out, bottom of the 6th inning. Jacob Steele stepping in, ground out and a fly out for Steele. First pitch, a ball into Steele. Let me confirm when that Cardinals World Series was. It was 2011, all over it. Beat the Texas Rangers. Etched into the minds of, I'm sure, both Patrick Kelly, Range Rider comms manager, my color man last year, and as well as Kyle Spencer, our assistant GM. Both Texas guys that have sour memories from 2011. Fouled off. Count goes to 1-2 on Steele. Runners on first and second. Range Riders would love to get some insurance here. That was the second straight year that the Rangers lost in the World Series. They lost it the year before to the Giants. 2 straight heartbreaks for Ron Washington and the Rangers. Of course, they got their vengeance, or something, in 2023 when they beat the Diamondbacks. The 1-2 pitch in. Double steal coming. Pitch goes outside. Single steal coming as Vredenberg belly flops into third base. No throw. And now Garner, with good speed, is on first base. Garner has a total of 13 stolen bases this year. Does he test it and see if he can entice a throw out of Wilkinson? They are aware of that ability to do so. And the count goes to 2-2. Two, 1 out, bottom of the 6th inning. Hit on the ground towards third. It's foul, open over the head, and Davis Pratt protecting the bullpen down there on the warm-ups of Bustamante. Runners on the corners, 1 out. Vredenberg on third, Garner on first. 2 balls, 2 strikes, bottom of the 6th inning. Pitch coming home from Santaformaggio, his 94th pitch of the day. Hit on the ground towards third again, and it's a carbon copy of the last pitch, a foul ball. Two balls, 2 strikes, 1 out, bottom of the 6th inning. Low and away, great at bat from Steele here. Certainly bringing the day to a close for Santaformaggio, who will see his ERA bumped up thanks to 5 runs, but can the Range Riders sting for more? Steele, the 3-2, 1 out pitch. A ball loads the bases up for Logan Beard. Step off. 3 balls, 2 strikes, 1 out, bottom of the 6th. Garner on first. Swung on, sky-high fly to right field. Backing up, looking at the fence, and that baby is gone. Goodbye, baseball. Jacob Steele. A 3-run blast to make it 8-2 Glacier. It was yesterday when the grand slam by Steele cemented a solid lead for the Range Riders, and this time he brings home 3 on the Oppo Taco blast. Come on now, Jacob Steele. 8-2 Glacier in the driver's seat. And it'll be the second night in a row when Steele brings to a close a starting pitcher's performance. 8-2, Glacier has once again Evan Parker, the manager, and not brings to a close. He is still staying in this game. This is a conversation right now. But just the conversation and the frustration of being a manager and going, man, maybe I should have put in a new pitcher right there, and maybe things would have gone differently, and this game's a lot closer. Instead, 8-2 feels like a lot further away than 5-2. As the long ball, the second home run of the day by the Glacier Range Riders. Vredenberg has one, and he was along for the ride on the Steele long ball. First pitch, a strike into Logan Beard. Count goes to 1-0. Beard out of Louisville, Kentucky. 1-0 pitch. Popped up. Will it stay in play? I think it will. Wilkinson scrambling back to try and grab it, and comfortably is able to make the grab. Two outs. Up comes Johnny Lutzo. Salto Formaggio on 98 pitches. Outdueled today by Aiden Elfring as Lutzo steps into the right-handed batter's box, just trying to finish this puppy off. The first pitch misses downstairs. Count goes to 1-0. When was the last, this is a accessory question to the which NL team has the most World Series championships? Cardinals are the answer. Their last World Series in 2011. The accessory question is, before that, when did they win their last World Series? You don't have to go back too far. It was 2006. Tony La Russa and the Cardinals beat the Detroit Tigers, Jim Leland and Detroit, for the World Series. The 1-0 pitch into Lutzo. This is inside. 2-0. I think the big drought came before that, when the Cardinals did not win until 1982. So they went from 1982 to 06 without winning a World Series. But the drought ended with Tony La Russa's guys. This one hit over to short, fielded by Valentine, and a lovely throw to first for out number 3. Lutzo finishes it, but it's Steele capitalized it. A 3-run blast by the Range Riders shortstop. It is 8-2, headed to the 7th.
When injuries occur, it can feel like your goals are out of reach. I'm Dr. Karen Purser, an orthopedic surgeon and sports medicine specialist at Logan Health. If you injure a joint, muscle, or bone, our orthopedics and sports medicine specialists are here to help. Our highly specialized surgeons, clinicians, and physical therapists offer innovative treatments and the latest minimally invasive procedures to help you recover and return to activity faster and stronger so that you can reach your goal.
Welcome back in. The Glacier Range Riders bring out Alex Bustamante here in the top of the 7th inning. An 8-2 lead for Glacier, and Bustamante, one of the best arms, with a 2.63 ERA, 2-0 record, his 19th appearance of the year, 27 strikeouts in 24 innings for Busto. And he will see the top of the order, Valentine Lane and Stancato. Aiden Elfring, what a gutsy performance for him. As the first pitch smacks the zone at 95, count goes to 0-1. Elfring. This one's fouled off. Elfring's final line, 6 innings pitched, 8 hits, 2 runs, 5 strikeouts, and a walk. Can't complain about much with him. He got a couple seeing eye singles on him, not a lot of hard hit balls in general, and was able to get out of the jams. That's the most brilliant part of his performance. 7 were left stranded on base. Jacob Steele's going to have a kind of tough play here with Valentine, but he makes it. 6-3 ground out for Steele, who's still probably got a little adrenaline pumping through the veins after the 3-run blast. Bustamante, the Tucson, Arizona native, certainly you would think he would feel comfortable pitching in a much steamier day than he has been given the first month and a half of the season, but Bustamante still out there in long sleeves. Fouled off, count goes to 0-1. Game time temperature right now, 78 degrees. He's probably cold out there, Tucson kid. Which I don't even want to know how he felt when it was 50 degrees and the rain was coming down. His worst performances on the mound were when it was a little bit chilly. This one hit and just in through on the right side of the infield. Carmine Lane has himself a single. Elfring, you could not have asked for more. Got out of jams, 7 left on base for the Ogden Raptors. The Range Riders, meanwhile, have done their job cleaning up the base paths. The Range Riders have stranded just 1 on the base paths, technically. Ogden, obviously 7 is their number. It's a funny thing to think about when you think about left on base numbers, because obviously you need to get guys on base to strand them on base, and you're not going to be upset with getting guys on base. But at some point, it begins to frustrate you tremendously. There's a pitch missing outside. 1 ball, 1 strike into Stancato, who's 2 for 3. Certainly a balance of it. This one hit through the right side of the infield. It's a parade of singles for this Ogden Raptors squad, who has just found a way to make contact, and you understand why they have the top batting average in the league. Obviously, a lot of their numbers in general are very good, but batting average is one of the premier numbers to look at statistically for a squad. They also lead the league in runs, hits, doubles, RBIs, and on-base percentage. All of those very important numbers to be solid in. This one hit just beyond Logan Beard. The throw will come to the plate and just be late. That was a good throw in there by Fernandez to turn and try and have a chance at it. RBI single by Colson Lawrence. That won 108 off the bat of Lawrence, as this Raptor squad is figuring out Alex Bustamante more than we've seen squads figure him out recently. Gio Ferraro, the next chance. Just finding the gaps on that right side of the infield. Logan Beard has been able to see all those balls decently. That one probably was the blurriest. First pitch coming in to Gio Ferraro, swung on a miss. Count goes to 0-1, 8-3 the scoreline. Bustamante fires the pickoff back to keep Stancato honest. Upstairs. 1 ball, 1 strike, 1 out. Let's look around the league, even though in this awkward period of time between the playoffs being clinched by both teams and the first half, is this one hit, grabbed, throw for 1, throw for 2. The tap of third base by Garner was a force out of Stancato, and he crossed the diamond with it. A perfect throw by Carson Garner to finish off Ferraro Nar. That is a 5-3 putout. Double play. We head to the 7th inning stretch, 8-3. Welcome back. It is the bottom of the 7th inning. Look at the PBL scoreboard. I told you I'd do it. So let's do it. Red Pocket Mobiles lead the Billings Mustangs 5-2, as Billings maybe is still a little bit hungover. Maybe both literally and just hungover from getting a big win last night. Obviously, champagne showers also taking place in the Magic City. Great Falls leading Idaho Falls 7-6 between two squads that I don't think their overall records are going to matter, so I think that is pretty much a dead game, as a base knock by Fernandez makes him now 4 for 4 on the day. And Oakland leads Modesto 4-1. Yuba Sutter and Long Beach 2-2. It's interesting. We're in a situation now where we're rooting for Long Beach and Billings, but this game for both of them, Billings versus Red Pocket and Long Beach versus Yuba Sutter, they don't need to win, because you just want, if you're a Range Rider fan, you want their second half record to be good, and you want them to make the overall records of every other team worse. And again, I don't think Yuba and Red Pocket are going to factor in, as a stunted steal by Fernandez just entices a ball, and the count goes to 1-0. That's the thing you do as well when you have such a good stolen base guy like Fernandez. You entice an automatic pitch out on the first pitch of the at-bat to be able, as now he's running on this pitch, to throw in. So it is called out at second. Fernandez asks about it and says, hey, the ball, when the ball beats the runner in, it does not mean out. You have to apply the tag, as Todd Pratt is saying, come on. It's a caught stealing on the base paths. However, Ashworth is up 2-0. And still, a standing ovation, essentially, for the top stolen base guy in the league. To me, at this point in the game, I would almost just watch 2 pitches because they're going to pitch out on the first 2 pitches. Allow your guy to get up 2-0 and then start to run because they need to pitch to him at 2-0. As the 3-0 pitch is called a strike. New pitcher into the contest, by the way. It's Kyle Lewis. Kyle Lewis, 6'4", 220-pounder out of Charleston Southern. There's a strike on the upper outside corner, and the count goes to 3-2. This one fouled off. Pretty close to me. 3 balls and 2 strikes. Kyle Lewis originally went to Marymount University in Arlington, Virginia, which I believe is a Division II school in the Atlantic East Conference. Before a grad year at Charleston Southern, went 5.51 ERA. As that is called, a ball upstairs, and a walk is issued. Ashworth gets to first. Played last year for Ogden, and in just 3 games, Lewis had a 16.88 ERA. Ashworth now on first base for Lewis to manage. Ashworth has 19 stolen bases. The first pitch hits the zone on J.D. McLaughlin. Bottom of the 7th inning. Sometimes I ask you bottom of the 8th. I'll ask you bottom of the 7th here. Life's important questions. It is time for the most important questions that actually aren't that important. My question today has to do with the trivia question. Talking about the St. Louis Cardinals, as this one hit out to right field, backing up to the track and making the grab is Pell. Well struck ball by JD, but couldn't get it beyond. Up comes Brock Vredenberg. He is 3 for 3. A triple away from the cycle, Brock. 5-run lead by the Range Riders. Let's see if we can find a gapper and get that 6-6 frame running. The life's important questions that I have to ask is, what is the first World Series that you remember either watching or listening to? This is a personal question, but it's part of life's important questions. It still runs the gambit. What is the first World Series that you remember watching or listening to? Ball outside. Count goes to 1-0. Reason this is a question is because I think the first one for me was 06 Cardinals over the Tigers. I loosely remember that game. Or, I mean, just seeing it on the TV. I don't think I had any concept of baseball. The first Super Bowl I remember watching was the Eagles losing to the Patriots January 2005. But at the end of 2006, Cardinals, Tigers, swing and a miss, count goes to 1-2. And I definitely remember more the Red Sox sweeping the Rockies in 2007 because I was passively a Rockies fan because I thought you were supposed to be a Colorado and Seattle sports fan if you were living in Montana. This misses downstairs. 2 balls, 2 strikes, 2 outs. Bottom of the 7th inning. Let me know what the first World Series you remember watching was. Certainly I remember that both the Giants win over the Rangers and the Cardinals win over the Rangers. This is fouled out. I don't remember the Red Sox over the Cardinals in 2013, going to be honest. I remember the second Giants win as they beat the Royals in 7. That's a ball outside. Count goes to 3-2. And I definitely remember the Cubs taking down Cleveland in 7. That one was epic because it broke the drought for Chicago. And I went to a college, that had a lot of Chicago people, as this one foul and ramps up and over the Ogden bullpen. I remember that because one of my best friends, this is my freshman fall, kind of one of the first things. I remember our whole dorm was crowded around one of the TVs in the common rooms watching this game. So many kids from Chicago, and then a guy who actually as there's a swing and a miss and a strikeout. He was a Cleveland fan and the only Cleveland fan there, and it was tough sledding for him, especially because the Cubs ended up winning in that epic 7-game series. A strikeout finishes it off. We head to the 8th. It is 8-3, Glacier over Ogden.
Numbness and tingling in the hand can make you lose your grip. Hi, I'm Dr. Nate Fogel. I'm an orthopedic surgeon and hand specialist here at Logan Health. Repetitive actions can lead to a condition called carpal tunnel. Left untreated, these symptoms can interfere with your daily life. Our fellowship-trained hand surgeons offer patient-specific care to help you regain control. Here's to getting a grip on life.
Welcome to Magoo & Company, a third-generation family-owned business nestled in the heart of downtown Whitefish. We offer a dazzling array of diamonds, ethically sourced Montana sapphires, and captivating custom designs that capture the essence of Montana's natural beauty. From jewelry design and appraisals to cleaning, repairs, and gemologist consulting, your satisfaction is our priority. Experience the magic of Magoo & Company and discover the perfect piece to celebrate life's special moments.
Top of the 8th inning. 8-3, Glacier leads Ogden. It is 6, 7, and 8 due up for the Ogden Raptors. 6 and 7, Greco and Jordan. 8 is Wilkinson. Make sure to join us at the ballpark this weekend. 3 more games against the Ogden Raptors. First pitch tomorrow night in Range Rider Red at 7:05 p.m. right here at the best ballpark in minor league baseball, as this one is a sky-high fly caught in fair territory by Kyle Ashworth. 1 pitch, 1 out for Bustamante, out for a second inning of work. One out, top of the 8th inning, 8-3. It's funny, when I'm talking about the first World Series that everybody remembers, I think I don't feel that old in regards to the team right now, because there's still a couple guys in the league that are my age or older than me. I'm older than everybody on this team by at least a couple years, it looks like, for everybody. But as this one misses and it's 2-0, when I will feel old is when guys are born after the first World Series I remember, which I just said 2006. I don't think we got any 2006 kids yet. This one fouled off. When that day comes, then it's tough sledding to be able to handle that one. 2 balls, 1 strike. 1 out, top of the 8th inning. Cole Jordan 0 for 3 tonight. Bustamante. Flinch of the bat. Did he go? No, says our first base umpire. Cotton Eye Joe stuck in my head. Playing in the last half inning. Three balls, 1 strike in from Busta. Hammered by Jordan. That one is long gone, 101 off the bat, as Jordan felt that one. No doubt about it. On that long ball, 399 feet by Cole Jordan. Took a pitch that was about a ball above the zone and just hammered it. If he would have held the bat back, he would have had a walk. Instead, he said, no, I want a home run. It is 8-4, thanks to Jordan's 11th home run of the season. Up steps Dylan Wilkinson. 8-4 scoreline here. The difference in this game has come via what teams have done with runners on base. There's a called strike. Count goes to 0-1, and that has almost felt like the difference in this series as a whole. As I think the Range Riders didn't do enough on Tuesday, and that's the reason why they lost. And then the last two nights, Glacier has done the better, and obviously to the tune of a convincing victory yesterday, and a 4-run lead here right now. The 3-run blast by Jacob Steele, certainly feeling the difference in this one. This one broken bat, I think, over to second base, on target, on time. Beard to Vredenberg for out number 2. Bradley Pell steps in, 1 for 3, a strikeout swinging his last time up. As I pull up some of the numbers from this series through the first 2 games. I've already said kind of the batting average. Range Riders have looked a lot better in that category. But situationally, with runners in scoring position, the Range Riders through the first 2 games batted .357. Ogden had 8 less opportunities with runners in scoring position and batted .300. There's a called strike on the inner cut to Pell. With runners on base as a whole, the Range Riders are batting 150 points better coming into the game than Ogden, .357 compared to .219. So when you look at the difference between these two squads, that is kind of what it comes down to. Obviously, the bases loaded grand slam last night by Steele certainly paid dividends. 1 ball, 1 strike into Pell. This one hit hard over to third base and beyond Carson Garner. 2 outs, top of the 8th inning, 8-4 Glacier. And up comes Chase Valentine. Top of the order, we're going to see one more crack at least in this contest. As Glacier tries to get 4 more outs to finish off this Raptors squad, and it will be Glacier's 29th victory of the season. Runners going, swing and a miss, the throw into second. Not in time. Swing and a miss, and a stolen base. For Pell, his 11th steal of the year. Valentine now has an RBI opportunity with a runner in scoring position. I cannot pull up individual statistics for Ogden in terms of their runner in scoring position numbers. I can only see the Range Riders. This one hit, grabbed by Steele, needs a strong throw across the diamond and gets it. What a throw from Steele. No chance about it. Valentine was not necessarily hauling through to first base over there. Hopefully he's all right. We head to the bottom of the 8th inning. The solo shot by Jordan makes it 8-4. Welcome back in. It's the bottom of the 8th inning. 8-4. The Glacier Range Riders lead the Ogden Raptors as Harper McClendon makes his debut against the Range Riders. He's had 2 appearances thus far, 1 1/3 innings pitched, and he's been hit pretty hard to the tune of a 13.5 ERA. He's technically had 6 runs come in against him and only 2 earned runs, as this one sent to the outskirts of the ozone. And the catch eventually made in center field. A little bit sketchy there at the end of it by Lawrence, but the catch made all the same. Carson Garner goes out, and up comes Carson Horna. Rare 0 for 3 tonight from Carson Horning. Carson Horning does lead the team the last time I checked in quality at-bats, which is mainly looking at the length of the at-bats and the hard hit balls. As that one called a strike on the inner cut. Count goes to 0-1. Looks like Jack Maruskin warming up for the Range Riders. This one swung on. Sky high fly to center. Just got a little bit under it. Another healthy cut, but another one that does find the mitt of Lawrence. Up comes Jacob Steele. Last time up, he had a home run. For Harper McClendon, Thomasville, Georgia native, went to Tallahassee State. And now in his rookie season. Harper McClendon, funny enough, as this is a called strike, when he got out Carson Garner there on that deep fly out, he actually played alongside Carson Garner last spring at Murray State. They went to the College World Series together, where McClendon had 10 appearances and a 7.36 ERA. The 0-2 pitch into Steele, swing and a miss. What an efficient inning for McClendon. Just 7 pitches, looked really good doing it. The last chance now coming for the Raptors against the Range Rider right-hander, Jack Maruskin. We'll be right back. Welcome back. Top of the 9th inning. Looking for 3 more outs is Jack Maruskin, the Range Riders closer. This year he has 7 saves, a 5.94 ERA. Opposing batters hitting just 177 against Jack Maruskin. Leading off this inning will be Carmine Lane. You got to go through the heart of the order to get it. Ogden needs 4 runs to stay alive as the Range Riders look to win the 45th game of the season overall in their 29th victory. First pitch, a called strike right at the bottom of the zone. Ogden, I don't know if they finally did have a conversation about the ABS challenges, but they seem to have forgotten they exist this game. It's been a solid game called by Mike Blanchard, or Zach Dart, excuse me, in general behind home. 0-1. That one right over the heart of the plate. It is 0-2 on Carmine Lane, the captain for this Raptors squad. I don't know if I can see the C. Yeah, the C is still on the chest, even on these tie-dye jerseys, chaotic blue and red kits. Fouled off, but still the white C on the left chest of Lane. And if there's anybody to maybe spark something for Ogden here, they might look to their leader. Lane, the third baseman out of Palm Beach. 0-2. Call the ball. Range Riders have 1 challenge remaining. Ogden has 2. Tried to sell it there, did Lutzow, but I think he knew all the way. It missed low and outside. One, 2 downstairs. 97 on the gun as Maruskin's amped up in there. Skipped that one in, or got close to doing so. 2 balls, 2 strikes, nobody out here. Top of the 9th inning. Doesn't feel like it with the sun still firmly out. 2-2, swung on to left center field, and that one's going to get down and get to the wall. Throw comes into second, and just a little bit late. It's a stand-up double, but it was certainly close. Hard hit ball and a great opening at-bat of the inning by Carmine Lane. Up comes Kyler Stancato. He is 3 for 4 with 3 singles. This Raptors squad, with the offense they have, never count them out. Certainly the Range Riders appreciate being up by 4 runs in the 9th inning. This Ogden squad can rally at any point. Swing and a miss. Starting it off for Stancato. First look at Jack Maruskin for the Ogden Raptors. And Lane set the tone just like you would expect from a leader. Stancato, Seattle kid, former Washington State Cougar. And Cal State Bakersfield Roadrunner. One. Low and away. 2 balls and 1 strike. Graduated from Mountain Ridge High School in Glendale, but spent his first 2 years at Curtis High School in Washington. The 2-1 pitch in. Swing and a miss. Count goes to 2-2. He's a two-way player at Cal State Bakersfield, so understands the psyche of a pitcher. Made 14 appearances for the Roadrunners. Just fouled it off. Kyler Stancato. .24 years old versus Maruskin, Range Rider reliever who's used to appearing on the bump in the 9th. The 2-2 pitch into Stancato. Swing and a miss. High cheese at 96 miles per hour. And Maruskin sends down Stancato swinging. Up steps Colson Lawrence now. He's 1 for 4 with a single into right. First pitch delivered in the zone. Called strike. Count goes to 0-1. Colson Lawrence on the season batting .417. 1 for 4 tonight. Upstairs 96 to back Lawrence off the plate. Count goes to 1-1. This Ogden Raptors squad, you're not going to get a save if you come in up 4 and finish off the contest. But against Ogden, it should be given if you do it just because their offense is that good. Swing and a miss. Count goes to 1-2. 1 out. Top of the 9th inning. Center fielder for the Raptors has a runner on second in Lane, who is staying there conservatively, not wanting to get caught on the base paths for a crucial out. Ruskin shakes off the sign and now will set to fire. Fouled off. 97 on the gun from Maruskin, and 95 on the swing. Was late to it, but hit it hard. Right-hander warming up the pen for Ogden just in case they get called upon. 1 ball, 2 strikes, 1 out pitch. That one misses low. 2-2 goes the count. Ogden not going to change their approach. This is a squad that knows that they're going to be just as thick in the playoff hunt as the Range Riders are and as the other handful of squads in this top tier of the PBL will be. 2 balls, 2 strikes, 1 out pitch from Ruskin to Colson Lawrence. Outside, count goes to 3-2. On deck, unless we get a double play with a chance to come up, or will likely come up unless we get that double play, is Gio Ferraro. The 3-2 pitch in to Colson Lawrence. Foul scrape, hit it off his foot down there, as that was a great pitch to entice the swing out of Lawrence trying to protect. If it would have been taken, I'm assuming either side would have challenged it, and it would have been ball 4 and a walk. 3 balls, 2 strikes, 1 out yet again into Colson Lawrence from Jack Maruskin. Swing and a miss. A foul tip into the glove of Lutzo, and there is 2 gone in the top of the 9th. The Range Riders and the Ogden Raptors, when they've played, they've certainly had memorable battles against each other. All time, they've met 17 times, and the Range Riders are 1 out away from equaling the all-time series at 9 apiece. Gio Ferraro stands in the way. The first pitch in. Upstairs and away to Ferraro. He is 1 for 3. The last time up, he grounded into that 5-3 double play where Garner stepped on the bag and fired across the frame to end a scoring opportunity. 1 ball, no strikes. And this one swung on in the gap in left center field. Ferraro smartly holds at first base. It's an RBI single to make the score 8-5. So Ferraro will not be put down, and it turns to Sebastian Greco, who is 1 for 4 with a fly out to left. 8-5 scoreline. No matter how this game turns out, we are in for a heck of a weekend. 3 more games between the Raptors and the Range Riders. Called strike into the zone. The count goes to 0-1. 2 outs, top of the 9th inning. 3-run lead for the Glacier Range Riders. Ferraro on first. Swing and a miss, and the count goes to 0-2 on Greco, the pinch hitter. On the season, Greco batting .353, has 10 home runs, 41 RBIs. Range Riders have the Raptors down to their last strike as the Tampa, Florida native Sebastian Greco steps into the left-handed batter's box, twirls his bat, and an eye contact warning being given to Jack Maruskin. You're allowed a warning before it results in a pitch clock violation. So now, a twirl of the bat, a set on the left shoulder. Maruskin nods to agree with the pitch, a glance over his shoulder to first, and now Maruskin kicks, fires, and it is a called strike 3, a challenge just in case from Greco, but let's listen in. And the Range Riders win. Glacier all over the Ogden Raptors, taking advantage of the moments. Greco challenged just in case, but that ball was entirely in the strike zone for out number 3. And once again, the Range Riders win. How about this contest from Glacier being able to punch through and push 8 runs across the board on the ace in Salta Formaggio for this squad. Jason Schaff has been pitching well. We'll see him later this series. But Salta Formaggio has been the guy this year, and he has delivered his first loss of the season. He was 7-0 before the Range Riders got to him today. We'll have a post-game interview down on the field as Brock Vredenberg will, of course, be called upon. Brock was a triple short of the cycle. He had a home run to start this game off, and plenty more fun in this contest as well. We should be ready to send it down to Lauren Hill on the field.
All right, Flathead Valley, I'm here with Brock Vredenberg. So welcome to Flathead Valley. You've certainly made your mark here already. How is Montana treating you so far?
Awesome. It's been a real fun environment over here. I got a really good host family with a really good dog. But it's been really fun up here, and I'm just getting acclimated and love the mountains.
All right, and you went 3 for 4 tonight, 1 away from a complete cycle. What was working for you at the plate tonight?
I was just trying to keep it simple and just put good swings on pitches and just kind of get the next guy up. So just kind of try not to get too big.
All right, and you did slide into third in the 8th. Not something you typically see from a 6'6" first baseman. How was that?
Yeah, cool, I guess. I don't know, but just trust my legs and trust myself. So.
All right, thank you very much.
Brock Vredenberg with a triple short of a cycle as well as a steal in this one of third. It was a blast to watch him play. We'll take a quick break and be back to wrap this baby up. Range Riders win 8-5.
Thinking about where to host your next office event? Book the indoor event space at Glacier Bank Park. With a capacity up to 145 people, our indoor event space is a flexible, year-round venue ideal for accommodating receptions, conferences, and holiday parties. The spacious layout boasts impressive stadium and mountain views, providing the perfect setting for guests to mingle, network, and celebrate. Book your office party today at glacierbankpark.com.
When injuries occur, it can feel like your goals are out of reach. I'm Dr. Karen Purser, an orthopedic surgeon and sports medicine specialist at Logan Health. If you injure a joint, muscle, or bone, our orthopedics and sports medicine specialists are here to help. Our highly specialized surgeons, clinicians, and physical therapists offer innovative treatments and the latest minimally invasive procedures to help you recover and return to activity faster and stronger so that you can reach your goal.
Welcome to Magoo & Company, a third-generation family-owned business nestled in the heart of downtown Whitefish. We offer a dazzling array of diamonds, ethically sourced Montana sapphires, and captivating custom designs that capture the essence of Montana's natural beauty. From jewelry design and appraisals to cleaning, repairs, and gemologist consulting, your satisfaction is our priority. Experience the magic of Magoo & Company and discover the perfect piece to celebrate life's special moments.
Welcome back in. Scott Gladstone with you to wrap this baby up from Glacier Bank Park. Another very nice victory over a very good team for this Range Riders squad to the tune of a 8-5 decision. The winning pitcher is, of course, Aiden Elfring, who put in a very solid performance, 6 innings of work on the bump. Brock Vredenberg was a very difficult out. The first loss of the season delivered to Nico Saltaformaggio of the Ogden Raptors. Range Riders win 8-5 and are now 29-16 on the year. Ogden falls to 26-19, and the Range Riders take a 2-1 season series lead, which is, of course, very important should any tiebreakers need head-to-head. Look around the league. Let's check around it real quick and send you on your Thursday evening home. It is Oakland 10, Modesto 4. That is a lead right now, which does knock Modesto down in terms of their overall record, so the Range Riders won't be upset about that. Red Pocket leads the Billings Mustangs 5-2 in the bottom of the 9th inning. Great Falls up 15-9 on the Idaho Falls Checkers, and Long Beach in the bottom of the 4th are up 6-3 on Yuba Sutter. Huge shout out to everybody that makes this broadcast possible, our incredible production room, as well as our sideline reporter and in-stadium host, Lauren Hill. For all of us here at the Glacier Range Riders, including our man back in the HTN studio, Manuel Ignacio Miranda, my name is Scott Gladstone. Please have a great rest of your evening and stay safe out there. Range Riders win 8-5.